Did you cry?
Yeah, out of my penis.
Any romance gone.
Also, his mother.
Now she knows you've had sex. Having a child is basically like having a Pokemon.
You just throw a rock at his head, knock him out.
They're just telling rednecks, go be pirates.
What's that sword you guys carry called?
Oh, no.
Say hi to Eli. He's racially ambiguous. And Brandon, his hair is fucking fabulous. And Donut, a dark joke disposition. And there's a fat electrician. Welcome to Unsubscribe.
Well, boys, it's just the gang again.
I like it. 3, 2, 1. I heard that. Cody.
Heard that.
No one hears anything.
And then the media put it back down.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unsubscribed podcast with Eli Doubletap, Fat Electrician, Brandon Herrera, myself, Donut Operator. It's been a minute since we've done just the boys.
It has. What's up? Beautiful faces. Nick's in town. Y'all are in town. Everyone at Cody, you have life updates. Everyone has updates. You got fucking engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. When's the last time we did a just a gang podcast like this? It's been
month and a half.
Month, yeah.
According to the internet, like a week ago, but
Yeah, a week ago.
That's true.
Hey, guys. We're happy to have you here. We're lucky to be together.
Our
Lucky
boys
to have our friends.
getting married.
I am. I got engaged at the Hotel del Coronado Island out there in San Diego.
how was it?
It was good, dude. Someone's gonna make an honest man out of me. I'm gonna have a little Mexican babies running around. Hopefully next year.
I can't wait till your kids cut my grass.
Yeah, dude. It's okay, Mr. Herrera.
Hey, look, I had to do it. It's a rite of passage.
He cut my grass. My kids cut his grass. It's it's a whole give and take.
Your kid's name B. That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird, dude.
Cut the yard, God damn it.
John C. Garrett. Yeah,
God, you don't have them yet. You can't say that.
It's in Q. It's fine.
So you had a whole thing planned out, and she didn't know about you. Even had a photographer there, right?
Yeah, we brought a Phoenix out who does beautiful strangers on Instagram.
Why is Finn following us? Don't worry about it.
Labs are. No, don't expect anything. Just play it cool. How'd it go though? Like
It was good, man. Went out to the beach on the Hotel Del, right in front of the Hotel Del Coronado, and like I said, my friend Phoenix was out there, and I was trying to distract her because she was looking at him. She was like, "He looks familiar," and I was like, "No, he doesn't look familiar. Look at that wave out there. That wave is crazy. There's surfers and stuff out there in the thing." And so not Finn, excuse me. He's the photographer.
Phoenix,
Yeah, Phoenix, the photographer. He's like, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. And so I'm like trying to distract her while I'm walking out there and I'm looking at him.
You're doing the soy jack meme?
Oh, look at that mountain out there. Looks cool, doesn't it? Like, dude,
Casting
I'm gonna
spells.
put this reflector right here. Just trash, you know. It's like getting the perfect light setup for one shot. Is that he was doing all it for a single shot?
yeah.
What was funny is his disguise. When he FaceTime later, he's wearing, I love Phoenix to death. He's like one of my favorite people. Very genuine, wholesome guy. Wearing this gay little hat that is just like, oh, this is my disguise. And Moody was like, that was the reason I identified him.
You have the nose. Like the glasses
Yeah,
and the
he should
nose.
have-
He's like, hello.
The Groucho Marx shades.
No one knows who I am, right? Well, she recognized him because he had the fucking hat on. He was like, I wore it so she wouldn't recognize me. But she was like, look at that guy with the hat right there. It's like, no, don't look at that guy. Don't look at that. Don't look at that guy.
If there was somebody wearing that hat on the beach, that would be all I could look at. It's like one of those like 1920s paperboy hats.
Oh my god, I need to look
like
at
the
this hat.
uncircumcised hats.
Like the Peaky Blinders.
yeah, with the foreskin over the bill. Yeah.
Looks like
if somebody
Phoenix.
was wearing that on the beach at Hotel del Coronado, that would be the only thing I was looking
I know
at.
he even sewed the razors into the hat too. It was weird, man.
He cut a homeless guy.
Yeah, he killed a homeless man while we were on the beach.
My name's Eagle. Do you need one?
He did yell at some people, by the way.
For what? To get out of the way of the photos.
Because we were walking down there, and we've been planning this all morning, and he was walking down there, and like some people stepped in the shot, and as we're walking down, I can see him screaming at people. He's like, "Get the fuck out of the way!" But
Will you
worked
marry
out.
me? Fucking move! Move, bitch! It's like, whoa, okay.
Good times though.
Who's that guy in the funny hat yelling at people and threatening?
Baby, don't worry about it.
And then she said yes, obviously. I hope.
Yeah. Well, she didn't say yes. She hugged my head.
And cried.
Yeah, and cried a little bit.
Always cried. Did you cry?
Yeah, out of my penis.
You just any romance gone. I cried out my penis.
Also, his mother.
I just forgot
here.
Mom's in the room.
I know.
I gotta hold back the jokes now.
Oh.
Let's get it out of the way.
Now she knows you've had sex.
It's gonna be a good episode today. Tonight's gonna be rough for the second one.
Oh, just like fucking Nashville. Like the Nashville live show where we did 2 shows in one night. The first show was like, all right, got the nerves out. And then the second show, we were just belligerent.
Everyone loved it
The
though.
entire time.
It was a good time.
It was a rough
Where
fucking time.
we were
2
like,
shows in a row. Ooh.
hey, if anybody's carrying a gun in here, show it to us now.
Oh, that's the one that was super weird and they thought we
Yeah.
all had guns.
Yeah, they were. That was the one they were scared of us. And
One fan walks up with an empty tube and everybody freaks out.
AT4s
Stupid.
do look like rocket launchers. They are rocket launchers. If you don't know better, I'd be like,
Well, the manager of the show, we've talked about this before on the podcast. The manager of the show came back and he's like, the staff is really scared of you guys. I was like, why? Someone brought a rocket launcher into the theater. It doesn't work. It's fine.
It's not a real rocket launcher.
we're all carrying. It's good. They'll protect you. I promise that.
Yeah, this would be the worst place for somebody to try something.
Have
Like-
be fuck around, find out.
Most of the audience is like prior service of some capacity.
I would.
There's probably a couple guns in the room.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple guns.
It's gonna be like a zombie movie. They just like slowly rip the criminal apart. I guarantee it would just be a horde. And
In, what was it? Atlanta? No, it was San Diego. Hannah got too high off that edible. And after the show, she was freaking out. And she's
We
like,
allowed to talk about that?
yeah, I don't
Okay,
care. She,
all right.
she ate far too much of an edible that she should not have eaten.
From a stranger.
No, it was from her brother
Oh,
from
okay.
a
Got it,
dispensary,
got
but
it.
it was like, this is 100 milligrams. Have 1 square. It's not working after 10 minutes. I'm going to eat the whole thing type of a situation.
100
she's
milligrams.
on fucking Pluto by the time the show gets done. She's freaking out.
She was walking extraordinarily well. all
five
things considered.
milligrams is like will fucking send you to the moon. So 100 milligrams, you have seen God. You talk to him. You go back. You're living life.
So
at
she's
that
like having a panic attack, and she's like, I don't want you doing live shows anymore. Out of all those people there looking at you, it's so scary. What if one person there wanted to kill you? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, sweetheart, if somebody was going to kill me and they did it at my live show, my last moments would be getting to watch the 2,499 other people literally rip them into pieces. It'd be hilarious. It's literally a zombie movie.
arms and limbs flying about.
Stomach getting ripped open.
Why are they eating him?
Everybody goes home with a piece of fuckhead.
It's disgusting. She was a champ, though. She was a champ. She had the time of her life. I just remember walking up and her eyes like this.
Getting the DoorDash dude for Papa Murphy's that I had to call at 2 a.m. after the show to get her food was pissed. Because we had to get food to Coronado across the... DoorDash
Yeah.
drivers love driving pizza across that big-ass bridge. He messaged me. He's like, hey, man, just so you know, this is going to be like 25 minutes of my fucking life driving across this bridge. I was like, I'll take care of your tip. Don't worry about it.
My bad.
It's an interesting bridge. I don't think it's that crazy though.
What?
Like, it's not that big of a like. It's a big bridge, but it like takes fucking
No, but
2
I know.
minutes
But
to
I
go
think
over.
just like if you're doing DoorDash, like you got to drive. It's kind of out there compared to where everything else is. You know what I mean? If you're just delivering drunk people food at 1 a.m, running
Yeah.
from
Don't
Taco
they-
Bell to houses and back.
Hoping
Well,
for
don't
a
they
tip.
account for that though?
What?
Distance?
I have no idea.
Distance? Sometimes I think, but still, it's at the whim. It could be probably like if there's any tolls for that.
It was
or
drunk
time.
and it was 2 a.m. I don't care. I'll give him a big tip. It's fine.
You got stuck on the tarmac. I want to hear that. I know you were probably
No,
fuming.
there's no story. Fuck, the plane showed up 30 minutes early, and they're like, "Oh, well, the plane in front of you showed up late, so they just pulled in. So now we have to sit here and sit on the plane for another hour, do nothing the entire time.
That was it.
It was pretty straightforward, standard airplane bullshit.
Because like the AC on planes doesn't really work when they're on the ground,
or when I'm fat.
So I'm just imagining. Well, that was my next part. I'm just imagining sitting next to you on the ground on the tarmac, just waiting.
It's true.
And just getting my left side of my arm progressively more moist.
You're just breathing heavily.
I was sitting next to some kid that got upgraded. He was coming out here to see his sister graduate to be a Navy corpsman. So he was cool the entire time, which is unfortunate because I love when I end up sitting in first class and it's just some snooty bitch that's mad that I exist the entire time. It's hilarious.
Well, this guy win a contest or something?
Dude, that's the look you get every time, and I love it.
My favorite part is like going out with our crowd. You get a bunch of just tattooed guys in t-shirts and wearing camo shit. You go to like a nice steakhouse, and just the looks that we get. Do you remember that one time they stopped us from going to the bathroom?
They escorted us. Yeah. It was fucking wild.
The servers. It was like a pretty nice steak joint, but it was like a couple years ago. It was in San Antonio. We I think it was Batty, like me, Batty, you, and Cody were like going to the bathroom. I think it was like
a party or something.
Yeah, we had a bunch of people out there.
But we were getting up to go to the bathroom, and they thought we were dine and dashing. So the servers formed a human wall in front of the front door.
Yeah, they were like, follow us, and they escorted us to the bathroom because we couldn't find it, obviously.
Like the implication was they thought we were going to sprint out on the
I
ball.
thought you guys wanted to play Red Rover.
You just run at the line. They just barrel stuff. Oh, I win. Okay, where's the restroom at? It's like, what the fuck?
Like now I want to do it out of principle.
So when last time I was here, I brought my dad down and I bought him a first class plane ticket because he'd never sat first class. And it's like a 6 a.m. flight. We're headed back to Iowa.
Oh no.
And my dad is probably still drunk from the night before. And the dude sitting next to him is just like overly aggressively nice business suit with like this big ass fancy Breitling watch on, like all this bullshit. And he's just visibly mad that my dad is sitting next to him in a Fat Electrician shirt. And my dad just leans into it. My dad drank like fucking 6 Jack and Cokes at 6 a.m. on his flight next to this guy.
Hell yeah.
Just furious the whole time. My dad's sitting there eating beef jerky, drinking Jack and Coke.
Because if you guys don't know, on first class, they'll just feed you drinks and it's free.
Right at the beginning, too, before you take off.
Yeah, they'll say, what do you want to drink before we take off? And they'll just feed you a drink.
Yeah.
So dad's just going ham.
Oh, dude, my dad's like, I don't want to cost you any more money. I was like, Dad,
it's free.
Drinks in first class are free. He goes, fuck. Literally, like, I'll take a Jack and Coke. Do I double? Yes.
He was trying to be respectful and immediately free.
That would be disrespectful to not drink as much as possible since you already paid for it.
It's like an all-inclusive resort for him now. I was like, oh, fuck. I've never been cut off on a plane before.
Cody?
No.
I think Cody's almost got cut off from a flight before.
Weren't we on a flight one time where the lady was like, "You've had too much to drink. We've only had 2 drinks and we hadn't been drinking all day."
I don't think I was there for that. I think that was the one where you were in California, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I had one lady come up and I think we just had differing political views. Might have been wearing a shirt or something that she didn't like and came up and was like, "You're cut off." I'm like, "Ma'am, respectfully, I'm in first class. I haven't drank today and I just want to drink." She's like, "No, you're cut off," and like wouldn't let me drink. Yeah, it was weird stuff.
What was the flight? It was one of the live shows because I remember Rich was there and the one stewardess was just literally not even bringing drinks anymore, just giving out the miniature bottles.
Like she would do like four of them in her fist.
Just set them on your tray in front of you. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, so sometimes you get like the really nice ones, and then sometimes you get the ones that are like, no more. It's weird, dude. It's just like a coin toss anytime you fly.
That's the general rule of life, though. Like if you're just sweet to people,
exactly.
Like there's no reason to be an asshole. Just be nice. Like befriend the people. You get better service. Everybody has a better time. It's like it's a win-win. Don't be an asshole. But sometimes you get those they want to be a dick.
Yeah, and like anytime we fly, we don't act up. We're not loud. We don't fight with other passengers. Like we're the nicest people ever.
We've occasionally been kind of loud.
Okay. We did have the lady on one of the live tours come up and she's like, you guys are in a band or something, right? You remember her?
Yep.
I remember.
No.
I remember the first.
No, I remember that one.
What is it? What's the one where you got? There's no assigned seating. Is that Southwest?
Yeah.
I remember
That
the
first
first tour we were going on. I don't remember the venue, but we do this cute. Well, Cody and Brandon do this cute thing where they don't board the plane until they're calling your name over the loudspeakers because you're at the bar. So I participated in that as well, but because it's Southwest, the only thing left is fucking middle seats. So I'm walking down the middle seat, and I see two like smaller women, and I'm sitting between the two smaller women because I'm fat, and that's the most room. That makes sense, like Tetris. And I go, excuse me, can I sit behind you? And Cody behind me goes, ha, you gotta sit next to the fucking fat guy. the whole plane gets dead ass quiet because they don't know that we know each other.
That's some of my favorite shit. Is when the plane has no clue we're all tight. The hijinks you can get up. Do you remember that one where it was this most recent live tour because we were all flying somewhere, but it was all first class. Like all the hosts were first class. And Rich was being fucking rich.
Oh, when you walked it, was it the one when it was like, oh my God, is that you're a YouTuber? We always with each other too.
Yeah, we fuck with each other all the time. So we're never loud. I'm like, we have the propensity to be quite loud.
Was that the one who was like, or were you fucking with, who was it when they like Brandon walked around?
I know
Rich
Rich did that to me at least once, but I think we've done it to everybody at some point.
Yep. And the egging it on with the stewardess. It's like, oh no, you really should ask. Like, seriously, he's a somebody.
Oh, and it goes. That's what it was. You Rich did it to you, and then you guys joined in. It's like, holy shit, it's Fat Electrician. So
Like, I
then we
love
have
your
like
stuff. Can
everyone
I get
in
a
first
picture?
class, just going towards Fat Electrician, the YouTube star.
Dude, I don't think it was last time. I don't remember where the flight was. It was recent. It might have been for the Drive Tanks thing. Or the time before. One of the two. I'm in like the third or fourth row back. The dude in the very front row, so it's just like the wall with the TV screen on front of him. I sit down, he's 3 seats in front of me, and on his screen, he just has his phone sitting on top of the TV. He's watching his phone. I'm not like paying attention to it. And the 2 women in front of me are like snickering back and forth and then pointing at me and looking, and I like take my headphones off. I was like, yeah. And she's like, is that you? And the dude is watching one of my videos at the front of the screen. I was like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's me. it was something.
That's wild.
I had that in San Fran where I was doing the speaking engagement for Young Americans for Liberty, and like I was at the bar like waiting for my flight, and I look over and the guy next to me, like literally from me to you, the guy next to me is watching your video, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna say anything.
Just drink and move on.
There was one. I always love that where you're making fun of somebody or you're one of our friends like for being fucking YouTube famous or whatever. But the fucking earlier at the brunch place, we're like, cause we had a couple drinks and like we were just like, all right, we got to bail out because we got to go work. And the waitress is just like, oh, work? Like now you're going to go work? What do you guys do?
Connor, are you talking about Connor?
Yeah, Connor says.
Like, what do you do? What do you do for work? He's like, I bludgeon puppies to death with a hammer without skipping a beat.
And then I go, and Nordstrom Rack.
And Nordstrom Rack.
The girl's face.
You weren't there for that.
She goes, oh. Like, well, Connor kept it going. He's like, yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah. It relieves stress after Nordstrom Rack, and then just.
It's like, damn, Connor, you couldn't just say YouTube or something.
And then
no, we bludgeon puppies.
Brandon got recognized. It was like Brandon Gonzalez.
Oh, Brandon
That was
Gonzalez.
hilarious.
Just the wrong Mexican last name.
Well, my favorite part, he's like, oh yeah, no, I voted for you. And I was like, I hope you didn't vote Gonzalez because that was the wrong fucking guy.
Dude, he knew Brandon. He's like,
dude.
Brandon, is that you? Brandon, is that you? Brandon's like, yeah. He's like, Brandon Gonzalez. Like, walks up and shakes his hand.
It was funny.
Beat grown dogs to death with hammers.
Sorry,
grown
he
dogs.
didn't say puppies. He said grown dogs.
Yeah,
Makes it.
we beat dogs to death with hammers.
Why do you start at the tail?
It was
It was just like
It was a hard
just
shift at
slowly
Nordstrom
going
Rack.
up. Yeah, it was a hard shift at Nordstrom Rack. Holiday.
Holy shit.
He's like, God damn it. And then I rolled through a stop sign in my gated community. and the cop followed me here.
Subtle flex, but all right.
The gay community. I don't think about like stop signs anymore.
My wife grew up in a town without stop signs. You got one in your gated community?
That's
Fucking
exactly-
show
That's
off.
wild that
Jesus
he was.
Christ.
He followed you here though.
Yeah,
I saw his car catty cornered into the bar into our little driveway there. It was like he was really trying to get you.
I had no idea. I was like, oh, he's following me, cool, because I just rolled through. It's fucking.
I just
it's
assumed
so
it was
slow.
ice.
Same. Fuck, they got me. Rolled up, pulled in. He followed all the way to the house, get out, and he's like, hey, you, Eli. I was like, what's
Eli's
up, man? He's like, oh, never mind. I was like, oh, hey, blah, blah. She's saying, thank you for what you're doing. I was like, oh, the guys, you want to meet him? He's like, can I? I was like, yeah, come on. And immediately everyone's like, oh, what's up? Shaking hands.
We had a
Yeah,
Bear
we-
County deputy that was just like in the fucking podcast.
We did
house,
have a
like,
sheriff's
all right.
deputy just walk in here and take pictures with us. He was rad.
I like Connor walked out in his bathing suit and then walked away immediately. He's just in shorts. He walked out.
While
and he's like,
listening to music on a cassette player.
I didn't know we were expecting company.
I didn't either.
Guys, picture Connor just wearing his shorty shorts outside sunbathing and walking in, and there's a cop there, and he's still got his fucking tape player in his hand.
Connor just defaults back to like base settings. Like, I don't talk to cops.
Are you showing the class your tape player that you have?
You got a fucking Walkman?
People music.
Connor's one of those things where he's got a bit of her solid. Just like, knocked out. He just like,
A box moves across the floor, and I'm like, oh, there certainly could be a person.
That's not Kiefer Sutherland.
That's that's jamming out. You're just watching. One of your buddy gets ripped up in the sky. Huh.
Beep boop beep boop.
We got everyone in the MGS5 right now. Like,
Oh, Jesus, dude.
everyone is playing.
Thanks for getting my son addicted to drugs again. Like, fuck, dude.
And MGS5.
You know,
And
crazy.
MGS5.
Yeah, dude, it was heroin. Now you guys got him on fucking Metal Gear 5.
We watched him for a night. He came over, hung out, and then just had he just watched play. And he
John's
was like,
boofing the
immediately-
Konami fent.
He made him buy it. Brandon's fucking killing it, and Connor just started playing it. Just everyone's playing that game right
That's
now.
like all my spare
do it.
time at night is fucking MGS5 now.
Cody, do you want better sex?
I love better sex.
Do you want to start having better sex immediately?
Can our new sponsor, Adam and Eve, help us with that?
That's right. Dump your girlfriend's. You want better sex? Start over.
Who needs a real person? The best way to get started is head on over to adamandeve.com right now.
This website's so great. Adam and Eve is offering 50% off just about any item. Cody, look what I got for 50% off.
Whoa!
Wanna f them?
Just like all Adam and Eve orders, does it include free shipping and rush processing?
Cody, can I see you with these tits on?
Don't want your neighbors to see that you're getting the Gapinator 10,000? They offer discreet shipping.
My tits are lopsided.
They're a little wonky, buddy.
Cody, did you see this toy I ordered? It's called the Green Goblin.
Was it sent discreetly for free and fast?
It was. And then my neighbors judged me because I opened it on the front lawn. Cody, don't wait. Better sex is just a click away.
Flick me, daddy. So how do we get 50% off that one item with free shipping and rush processing?
Just head over to adamandeve.com, pick out a single toy or anything you desire, and then just enter code UNSUB at checkout.
Code UNSUB, UNSUB?
Dude, why is that so weird? Like when you say
it doesn't sound right.
no. Yes, that's right. UNSUB. That's UNSUB over at adamandeve.com.
This is a specific offer for this podcast, so be sure to use the code UNSUB
To get your discount.
to get your discount.
Spice up the bedroom by bringing more pleasure and satisfaction to it. Wish I could satisfy my partner.
I'm sorry.
Can you teach me?
Adam and Eve can.
Cody f***ed me.
Well, that shit's that's like 10 years old now, right?
Is need to play League of Legends and listen to war documentaries like adults.
Like, be like your Uncle Nick.
I wish I could, but I've had The Man Who Sold the World by David Bowie stuck in my head for the last 7 days. I don't know what to do.
Such a good song.
It is a great song. I was listening to it on the way here.
That's on my my playlist. And then in the game, you know how you can play the cassette?
Yeah,
and
I've
you
started
just turn
doing that
shit-
now. I didn't realize you could do that during missions.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
You just turn on your iPod.
It's like Baby Driver.
It is. It's all 80s shit too. It's all fucking good. Like the final countdown by Europe and like shit like that. Billy Idol, fucking Rebel Yell.
You get in your vehicle, just run people over, trank them, steal them.
Well, John started asking me about the lore of when you kidnap someone. He was kidnapping puppies too. You tie him to the balloon.
Oh, yep.
He was like, "Oh, this
Take
is
him
all
to
fake,
Connor."
right?" I was like, "No, the CIA actually attached people to balloons, and a C-130 would come by and pick them up with a hook." Back in the day, he was like, "Wait, that's real?" It's like, "Yeah, CIA did that shit back in the day, buddy."
It's fucking wild. Oh, there's...
They experimented with a bunch of it, right? For like rapid extraction.
Yep. That had to kill a few people.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I don't think they
G-forces.
ever like.
Going from 0 to 700 miles an hour immediately. Yeah, I would assume
yeah,
so.
you gotta
You
break
need
a
to
few
have a
eggs, man.
Real stretchy bungee for that.
Yeah, dude, make an omelet, break a few eggs.
I would
That's
not
what it is.
want to be testing that one. That's like prisoners get tested first. We'll reduce your sentence. Just test this out for us. Well, the first one died.
Was that Skyhook or what was that?
Skyhook.
Okay.
Yeah. Batman did it in Dark Knight, right? He threw that little Asian man out the window.
Yeah.
Fucking,
You could have just said
Fulton
Asian
extract
man.
the Asian guy.
yeah. Take it, bitch. Oh, man. I want to talk about John's lore this summer, Nick.
Oh boy.
What?
John's
Send to
John's
Iowa.
going to be going to camp with Nick for a
Yeah.
couple weeks this summer.
Send to Iowa, 2-3 weeks. Forget.
Yeah. It's like, what was it?
Sent to Dagestan 2-3 years. Forget.
Dagestan 2 years.
Wait, okay, what's going on?
John's going to come do jujitsu and learn how to sell t-shirts.
Yeah, John's going to live with him for 2 or 3 weeks, and they're going to sell T-shirts and do jujitsu.
Yeah.
He's
Aren't the
going to
shirts
camp.
made here?
Yeah.
No, John's making the
I know,
shirts.
yeah, that's what he's like. John's like weaving them.
He's like Quack Duck. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's why you brought it up when we were talking about Asian guy. Yeah, because like
Yeah, just like straight suffering. That's what I'm talking about. He's gonna go with Nick. He's gonna learn how to suffer and weave t-shirts, quackbang t-shirts on his own.
That's gonna be good. When do you get them?
And whenever
I can-
summer starts.
Yeah, whenever he wants, really.
I love this.
I can roll now, so we're good.
Yeah.
He's gonna be sewing all your t-shirts. It's like the fucking Dave Chappelle bit. It's like, I got a whole ass sweatshop down
No,
there.
it just means Cody's going to start selling some merch for once.
Damn!
God damn.
Ow.
Jesus!
Taking
My
poison.
heart, my soul.
Taking poison damage.
1, 1, 1. Ow. Ooh, ah.
He's gonna come back a little monster.
I hope so. Be good. He's
Not
big. He's big enough, kid.
He's about
We're
your
good.
size
People.
now, man.
He is not 260
Yeah,
pounds.
I know. You know what? He's getting there.
He's bigger than me.
I don't know. He beat Connor.
So is my sons, but
I love you. Don't set me up to hurt you like that.
We were at Top Golf the other day. Fucking John and Connor were getting into it, just like shit talking each other. He's like, am I gonna have to fucking fight a 16-year-old? And I'm like, I would recommend striking because I'm not confident about your odds if he gets you on the ground.
Well, I mean, sometimes, we'll be at the house. We'll have a couple drinks in us and we'll be like, all right, fight John. And John's just a fucking animal. Not compared to Nick, but when John,
Just bring out the rancor.
Yeah, John has some ground game on him. So I'm excited to send him to Nick's place for a couple weeks just to have some fun.
dude, that'd
Eat
be
some corn.
Fuck, every time Cody comes down from his room with John on a leash, it's like Hopper, the crazy grasshopper from A Bug's Life. Tore him away from his anime to beat up your friends. Every fucking time we get drunk. Running
Go.
around. Having a child is basically like having a Pokemon, essentially. And Cody's doing it. Like, what? Watch it fight people.
John, use claw attack. John, use claw attack.
The sooner you beat up Uncle Connor, the sooner you can get back to your hentai.
John, get back. You just throw a rock at his head, knock him out. Just painted red and white with a circle on it.
John used Boulder.
Yeah. Here. John, use 9mm. Just throw a gun next to him. dun, dun, dun.
Oh, God, he's learning from my cop day. John, throw an unregistered firearm near him.
John uses an unregistered firearm.
see
The
that?
drop screwdriver.
Did you see that meme that went viral on X last week?
Which,
It was a listing for a gun. It was on like Gun Broker or whatever, some gun auction website. But it was what's it called where like the police department's selling it off.
Yeah, it's like an
buyback
evidence
thing?
locker gun.
Oh yeah.
So it was a high point, but it didn't say evidence locker. It said like former cop carry gun or something, and it was a high point. And some
Like a drop gun?
Some army dude commented, and he's like, "At first, I was wondering why the cops would have a high point yeeter." And then I remembered why we carried a PKM when I was in the army. And that post went viral.
Why is that, Nick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got pee.
Dude, are there any buybacks coming up soon? We've already done a couple of them. Me, you, and Eli.
That one ever.
So I was talking with
I
my
got
boy,
sent that today,
big
and that
shout
got me.
out to West Riddell. I was talking to him. Apparently
me
on
laughing.
Monday, they've got some.
That got sent to me today by my other buddies. I never seen it before.
I seen that.
That's so good.
They should they should invent a gun that doesn't whisper stuff to you.
Christ. That's a Connor gun right there, dude.
But my boy Wes was telling me that they've got a bunch of gun bills that they're voting on in Texas in a couple days, and one of them is basically bans state-sponsored gun buybacks.
Good.
Because they don't fucking do anything. Although it's going to hurt my content.
Yeah, it's fun to go to those as me and Eli have seen coming with you to those things.
Fuck you, Shaq. Why didn't you show up, dog?
I made
Where's your
Shaq.
gun by? It was your gun by back.
I bought and built out the gaudiest deer hunting rifle for Iowa this year. It's hilarious.
What'd you do, Nick?
Marlin, the lever action company, came out with a Magpul edition. So it's a Magpul stock, Magpul M-lock front grip on a stainless steel lever action 4570, and it's a trapper edition. So the whole gun is only like this big.
Because Iowa's got those one of those states that has like the gay hunting law.
Yeah, so it's got Iowa's so flat you have to hunt with straight wall cartridge. So like you can't hunt with any high powered rifles.
Yeah.
So it used to be shotgun only forever.
I love the idea. Like you can't hunt with a high power rifle. So instead, I'm using a 4570 government.
I mean,
Which is
the logic is
ridiculous.
the 4570 is like it's hitting the dirt after 300 yards.
It's a bison killer. I'm like,
not aware. So I have that gun with a fucking can on it because they just legalized suppressed hunting in Iowa and
nice.
a ACOG.
fuck yeah.
Oh, hey, you're gonna just dial in like, man, that's all we need.
You want to know why you've never seen a buffalo in the wild? 4570 government.
fucking
true.
Colorado just came out with their bullshit this morning. They finally signed that bill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, detachable magazine on rifles.
It was a super restrictive gun bill, as I know. We were fighting it for a while.
So it's like California's legislation.
I think it's worse.
Dang.
Yeah, in a couple ways, it's kind of worse.
Everyone was happy and clapping. They're like, "Oh, yay! No more detachable magazines."
Crime will go down.
You had that
crime's
video.
gonna drop now.
We can't wait to see how this works.
It's almost like we've seen it before, and that doesn't have any correlation to crime whatsoever. Oh, fucking wild. There was the video where it was basically a bunch of people that were testifying in front of the state legislature, like, please don't take my constitutional rights away from me. This is illegal. You shouldn't be doing this. And it was the state legislator that was drawing on her iPad. She was doing like a coloring book.
That's the one I see. It was multiple people like watching videos, doing anything but paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
All right, guys.
Something. Never mind.
I gotta ask you: Chicago crime in 2025. How many people have been shot in Chicago this year?
1,200.
April?
2,500.
1,200.
3,000.
402 people have been shot in Chicago this year.
Man, that's down.
104, 104 homicides.
In
With
one
the-
city.
The strictest gun laws in the country.
That is, it's
I
working.
tried having that argument with somebody, and they were like, well, yeah, but the only reason they have that is because in Indiana, the gun laws are so relaxed that people from Chicago just drive to Indiana and buy guns and then do violent gun crime. And I go, cool. So then why isn't Indiana as dangerous as Chicago? Well, okay. Well, those factors, what's the other factors involved? Like,
I've been told it's
It's gotta be something
socioeconomic.
What is registered gun violence versus non-registered? Do you ever have any bad habits?
Yeah, I've had bad habits. What are we doing it now?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
If you're part of the 50% of people who try to quit vaping each year, well, you're going to have to equip yourself with the right tools for the job. Right, Cody?
Is it fume? Eli, can you tell me about fume?
Well, one thing is it has zero nicotine.
You can fidget with it.
Give it to me, let me fidget. Fidget.
Twisty Barrel.
Twisty Barrel.
There's no better tool to break that bad habit other than this episode's sponsor.
Fume, the award-winning flavored air device used by 500,000 people. Wow. And it's backed by lab-tested safety studies. So both doctors and customers agree.
Fume is a good habit, and it's 1/3 of the cost of your bad habit.
Boo. Boo to bad habits, not Fume.
Bad habits.
It also has an airflow dial.
I'm a minty person, so I found the crisp mint light and refreshing.
I like grapefruit.
Eli, how do we start our guilt-free journey with the good habit?
By using code UNSUB to get a free gift with any purchase and finally begin that overdue breakup.
Just go to tryfume.com/unsub. That's tryfum.com/unsub.
And use code UNSUB to start a good habit today. Clicky barrel. Code UNSUB. Head over there now.
I did read a statistic about that the other day. Basically, well, it was something along the lines of like guns used in crimes that have been caught, like recovered guns from crimes. There's a wild, like it's a wildly high percentage of those that are stolen.
That's what I was going to say. It has to be a very high percentage on that. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, a lot of people steal guns specifically just for crime.
Weird.
Yeah, crazy.
Believe me, when I dip my toe into crime, I'll definitely be using the guns that I bought myself at the store. I definitely won't be acquiring sketchy guns to do bad things with.
Also, hunting with a suppressor was illegal.
Yes.
What's the logic on that?
People are retarded. The people that make the laws about guns don't understand guns.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
100%.
They watch movies.
Do we need to get in a whole conversation on why democracy sucks? Is that where this is going?
It's like the video of the Indian guy. It's like a democracy of the people, by the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I had ATF. Brandon, you have more ATF stuff coming up. Or is it just focusing on that bill and then whatever else you're rolling out? Because you were up there last week in Austin doing some stuff too. You're going the whole government route again, aren't you?
Well, that was like the term limit stuff. We were working on some of that stuff up there. But I am friends with a couple of the state reps who are just doing really base shit right now. Which like any support I can give for that is awesome. I just like being able to do stuff. You know, there's a lot of people that talk about doing stuff. I like to at least be useful for something. But yeah, well, I was going to be talking about some of the ATF stuff that they're rolling back because Cash is out now. Cash Patel's no longer ATF head. It's the guy who is
military, right?
Dorsey, Secretary of the Army.
He was also I think he was a Republican lawmaker from North Carolina, but he's pretty decent. They also fired the deputy director of the ATF, who's a total shithead. He was the guy who was responsible for the arm brace stuff. And he also he had like medals and shit from his service at Waco, like had been in the ATF for 35 fucking years and was like just bragging about all the unconstitutional stuff they've been able to do. So yeah, no, that guy should have been fired like day one. That fuck yeah,
should be in jail.
You'd be in jail.
Army Secretary Daniel. No shit.
Yeah.
Army Sec.
So I don't really have a line of comms with him yet, but I am cautiously optimistic. Sounds like he's got a good track record.
Just learn guns. Just have people that know it.
The wait time for SBRs and suppressors is still really low. So it'd be cool if there wasn't a wait time, but
I know something about that. The reason why, do you know why the wait time shot to zero? Basically, for like SBRs
because
and stuff?
they know they're about to lose the ability to have tax stamps, so they're trying to green light and collect as much money as possible. If I had to guess,
it's actually way more insidious than that.
Okay,
so it was like kind of like, why did the trains in Germany run on time? You know, kind of shit like that. What they were trying to do is they were expecting. And this is from what I've heard, you know, inside and out. They were expecting the arm brace thing to pass. Or like to be like confirmed by the courts and shit like that. Basically, if you had an arm brace or whatever, like you would have to have registered that as an NFA item, like as an SBR. So they built a huge infrastructure system because they were expecting millions of people to be registering their arm braced pistols and shit like that because they were going to make it a felony.
Oh,
And so it literally,
that time they sold tens, if not hundreds of millions to firearms to random everyday citizens in sporting goods stores, and then decided it was illegal and they needed to give them money to be able to keep shit they bought legally.
where they were literally going to turn millions of otherwise law-abiding Americans into felons overnight because of an arbitrary ruling. Yeah, that was the exact time.
Dope.
But they built the infrastructure because they were basically going to be pointing a gun at the average American gun owner and saying, register it, or it's 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
Right?
Per infraction.
That's the terrifying. It's per infraction.
So, that's why NFA wait times accidentally went through the floor because that shit got disposed of.
Good.
So the reason why it happened wasn't super cool, but I'm glad it did.
When are we going to get like a huge anti-gun guy on the podcast so me and Brandon, everybody can just rip them apart?
Just actually hear their side.
I think a lot of people are scared of us, to be completely honest, man. I've tried to invite people on the podcast. They're like, no.
Like,
We have invited people with like somewhat conflicting views, and they just, we've even invited some of those people to range day.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, come out and like, seriously, like no strings attached. Come out and see what the culture is actually like, instead of, your whatever you think it is up here.
a preconceived notion. It's like the guy that you'll get along surprisingly with everyone. You'll see everyone's just good dudes. That work
Everybody's
hard.
polite when everybody's got a gun.
Well, I think we might have talked about it before. We had some people come out to one of the last range days that we did, who works for some platforms that we work with, and they're like, we thought you guys were going to be unsafe rednecks. It's like, no, this is the most safe environment to shoot a machine gun ever in.
Because they won't say it openly, but then you call them on it. You're like, you thought we were a bunch of dumb hicks, didn't you? And they're just like, like nervous laugh.
If anyone fucks around stupidly with a gun, we will be the first ones to punch them in the fucking mouth for being unsafe.
You
with
get
a
your ass
firearm.
beat.
Yeah, so fuck. You just get chucked to the ground instantly and then kicked out. I guarantee it.
Yeah, dude. And we like at our range days, we have our RSOs are special forces dudes. And then we have the sheriff's department standing by also. So like,
And
if you're
an
unsafe,
ambulance
we're like, hey,
and,
drag that person out of here right now. They're
We
not
don't-
welcome ever again.
Yeah, we had a bunch of active duty flight paramedics and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like we had, we got infrastructure there to do it as safe as we possibly can, even for the worst case scenario. But, we're just a bunch of dumb hicks. What do we
Dumb
know?
hicks that like shooting machine guns and stuff. Who
That's why my
knows?
shooting gloves have those hard knuckle pieces, so it doesn't hurt when I drag them on the ground like a fucking idiot 24/7.
Smooth brain. Nick Horngy.
Oh, God.
Nick Hornby.
You met a dude. I didn't know. So any military story, any of the World War I, World War II heroes, any story on an individual, it's all in the Congressional Library. You can get them documented or digitized and then put it in to always live on there. And then family members can just type in their name, pull it up. Older dude, he was in the military. Then he did something with the Secretary of Defense, or he was a doctor guy. Very old, him and his wife, sweethearts. He had a story. I was like, I tried to Google the guy. I'll get his direct name. Kid joined at 12 years old. Oh, this is World War II. Joined, forged. He had a hobo forged documents for him.
Oh, so like back in their days, right here.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that time period.
And it was like, oh, so hobo.
How old are you? I think I'm 16.
Brought the hobo
Oh, okay.
to the recruiter. Hobo's like, yep, my kid's 18 or 16, whatever the signing age to sign him on. He's like, yep, go, boom. 12 years old. He is a sergeant at 15 years old, jumping out of airplane. He did Battle of Bulge and something else. So he's a sergeant already. And then they go and then kick him out of the military because, like, you lied about your age. They found out he was 15 finally. I think it was his mom. His mom wrote a letter to him because he finally wrote, and then she wrote a letter to the army. It was like, hey, my kid is joined at 12. He's 15 right now. Can I have him back? So then he has to go back to high school. He does high school for a couple years, then goes back to the
Dude,
fucking
that's what
military.
happened to Jack Lucas.
No shit.
Jack,
I don't know that
the
one.
dude that won the Medal of Honor, I did a whole video on him. So he didn't
Way to
lie.
watch his content, Eli.
I know. I'm like,
His dad or his stepdad was like a used car salesman that just wanted to get him out of the fucking way. And he's like, I want to join the army. So his stepdad, the used car salesman, comes in and is like, smooth talks the recruiter, convinces him that no, he is 17 or 18, whatever the fuck the age limit was when he was like 15. So he ends up joining the army. He's at, I think it was Iwo Jima, and he fucking jumps on a live grenade and then grabs another live grenade and pulls it under him.
Oh, fuck.
Both grenades blow up. Somehow he fucking survives.
Holy
He ends
shit.
up getting the Medal of Honor, and then he has to go back to high school because they found out he wasn't old enough. So homie was rolling up to high school
The most decorated war
with
hero.
a fucking Medal of Honor to finish high school.
Like, what do you say to these kids? It's like a fucking 15-year-old going to high school or like that. It's like, yeah, I took 2 grenades. What do you do?
It reminds me of that movie, like Catch Me If You Can. Like the Frank Abagnale?
Yeah, Abagnale. Frank Abagnale.
Yeah.
Like, he just cheat, like, at a young age, he was just lying, or when he did the, when he pretended to be the
He was like-
substitute teacher.
He was a substitute teacher, the airline pilot. Like he pretended to be a doctor, like all sorts of shit. But have you heard the controversy about that since?
Mm-mm.
There's there's actual controversy that apparently they're saying that like half of his story was made up, which is hilarious.
Well, because he was a con man. Yeah.
That's like
Well, he supposedly passed the bar exam too in the movie.
that's what they said, but like there's some controversy about like they're like some of the dates that you gave us for this, you were in jail when that allegedly happened.
He's a con
So
man.
it's hilarious that the story about like one of the greatest like youngest con men ever is like potentially
A
A con man. Yeah.
Surprise
What?
Pikachu.
Surprise Pikachu, yeah.
conception.
No, it's what he did. Because he even worked for FBI or whoever, the government, for fake and fraudulent checks because he was so good at that. And I know he caught a fuck ton of people because of it.
And later on, I think he went to go found like a anti-fraud firm or something like that, like a security firm that basically handled stuff like that.
Just
Good on him.
Pulling the ladder up on everybody else. What a piece of shit.
I made mine. Fuck y'all down there.
It's a great movie too. Is
That
that
mouse turned that milk into butter. God.
Was it Catch
You
Me
wanna
If You
know-
Can?
yeah?
You wanna know
Was it
the-
Scorsese?
Oh, did Scorsese do that? Catch Me
No,
If You
I
Can?
want to
Was
say
it
it was
Spielberg?
Spielberg.
Spielberg. Yeah.
Spielberg.
You want to know what a good fucking movie is? The Death of a Unicorn. I just watched it in theater with my wife
Fuck
like
is
2
that?
days ago. It's hilarious. It's got Paul Rudd and that girl that plays the girl from the Addams Family in the new fucking rerun, whatever.
Oh, I know what you're
Super
talking
popular
about.
actress.
I have not seen it.
Such a good movie.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday Addams.
What's
It's
her-
the girl that plays her? It's her and Paul Rudd, and they like go out and they're meeting with some like dying
Jenna Ortega.
businessman
Yeah.
with cancer or whatever, and he's like on his deathbed, and Paul Rudd's the lawyer that's gonna like oversee the estate, and he's like trying to close this deal, and they fucking spoiler alert, they hit a unicorn on their way up there into this guy's like huge mansion out in the woods, and the unicorn dead body they like, don't know what to do, so they like, throw it in the trunk, and then the unicorn has like healing properties, and it turns into like this whole shit show just spirals. But it's just this movie of like there's zero fat on the movie. It's like John Wick. Like
Yeah.
there's no background.
It's just
here's
fun,
what
like
happened.
fun to watch.
Here's what happened. Just action for an hour and 20 minutes, 5-minute conclusion, fucking credits roll, the end. Just turn your brain off and laugh.
Yeah, just fun shit.
This is fucking wild.
It's hilarious.
Cocaine bear kind of.
I haven't seen Cocaine Bears.
Oh, dude.
Is it good?
Have you watched it?
No, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. I just know the premise.
Is this like Hobo with a shotgun?
Yeah, it's
That's
Cocaine Bears. I think it was just like, hey, let's just have fun with this. Like it.
Well, it's based off real life.
Yeah. Other than they like amped.
Well, I'm like extremely loosely.
Yeah. Well, it's like every horror movie ever. They're like, this is based off of true events. It's like there was, in fact, a farmhouse.
Hold on,
There
guys.
was a farmhouse where somebody heard some steps one
Yeah.
day.
Cocaine Bear. They have the kids do coke in it too. What? That movie yeah, dude. That movie's a fun ass time. Like the kids find it, they don't know what it is. They accidentally
This
get into
cocaine's
it.
too hot. This
Well,
cocaine's too cold.
They're like, "What's wrong?
This
With,
cocaine's just right.
what's wrong with your kid?" I don't know. And he's like, "I feel so good." Oh, so, like they're running. The bear is just mauling everyone. Everyone. That's violent as shit. And then it's just coked up out of its mind. It falls in love with cocaine. So then it's just
Speaking of
hunting
cocaine, and To Kill a Unicorn, who's the actor? He's like the nerdy kid in We're the Millers or Meet the Millers, whatever the fuck that movie is.
The guy who plays in the new Marvel shit now.
Yes, he plays in Marvel shit now, the redhead.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's like the rich entitled prick's son, and he's like, he's fucking grinding up. He's like grinding up the unicorn horn and snorting it.
He's the one that's like, you want me to suck that Mexican cop's dick? And Meet the Millers.
Pesos.
Oh God, I haven't seen Meet the Millers in a minute.
What's 10,000 pesos? It's like $50. Oh, I'll just give you $50.
How the fuck have I never heard of this movie?
He turned out to be an incredible actor, not just the punching bag of Hollywood.
Because he's something Adam, I think. 78.
It's a funny movie.
Yeah. So, and its audience love it. Like critics are gonna hit
that.
Yes, it's like critics versus audience. So it's a fun.
Me and Hannah
go and have fun.
Me and Hannah have date night, so I see every movie in the theaters pretty much. Like just because to do it, and the new Jason Statham movie is super good too.
What's he in now?
Working Man.
So basically, Beekeeper 2.
It's Beekeeper 2. It's literally all it is.
Is it Guy
Jason
Ritchie or
Statham
someone
13.
else?
I don't remember who it was, but I mean the entire. It's another John
Jason
Wick movie.
Statham beats people up.
There's 5 minutes of introduction of like Jason Statham works construction, but he used to be former SAS.
Hey,
British guy.
go
Jason
beat that
Statham.
guy up. Oh, wow. We didn't know he used to be a Navy SEAL. Now he's going to kill us all.
But in the movie,
8 times.
Hey, Brandon, you ever wake up in your bed feeling like you just fought in a war?
Yeah, why do you ask?
You ever wake up and feel like you slept in a sauna?
Yeah, I believe that's called night sweats.
Means you got a trash mattress, Brandon.
Why are we talking like Macho Man Randy Savage?
Because today we're talking about our premier sponsorship, GHOSTBED.com. GHOSTBED mattresses are built with cooling technology, so you're not sweating through your sheets like some street bum. You stay cool, comfortable, and most importantly, you sleep through your night. I got you for 3 minutes, but I got GHOSTBED all night. You know what's longer than 3 minutes, Brandon? Any sexual experience I've ever had? GHOSTBED's 20 to 25 year warranty. And you've got a 101 night free trial to test it out. Oh yeah! And you know what, brother? They don't just sell mattresses. They have bases, pillows, sheets, the whole empanada. Just pick your mattress and grab a bundle.
Right now, prices are already lower, but you'll get an extra 10% off when you use code unsubscribe at checkout. Head over to ghostbed.com/unsubscribe and get started today.
That's ghostbed.com/unsubscribe. Use the code unsubscribe.
Or I'll start rattling chains under your bed until you do.
Sleep better, stay cooler.
he like opts to carry the M14 to go on like the final mission because that's what he had when he was in the service or whatever. But his service buddy that hooks him up with the M14 has this. At first, I thought it was a thermal, like it's an ungodly big scope, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's running around with it, just murking dudes the whole time. And then he finally gets to
Beekeeper.
the scene. He's got the little flip down pad on his vest, and he's like taking machine gun fire, and he flips the little pad down, and it's a fucking Bluetooth scope. So he just holds the gun up, looking at dick, just fucking domes the guy.
How have I never heard of this?
Dude, there's so many good movies out right now that like they're not major blockbusters. They're just good.
They're just silly and fun
good
to watch.
80s movies.
Just like we got the Accountant 2 coming out on the 25th.
I'm stoked for that.
I'm stoked for that.
We all went to my house the other day and watched The Accountant, the original one, just to like prep for it. That was a better movie than I remember it being. I remember it being good.
Cool.
But it was just fun.
It doesn't have to make sense. It's just fucking cool as shit.
Those movies are the ones you just go and just go into it having fun. Don't go in thinking it's like, well, this is going to be the next Lord of the Rings or this epic story.
It's never going to happen again.
No, it's just going to have a good time. Beekeeper, I love Beekeeper. It was just fucking stupid.
Just
and
fun.
a fun time. Working Man sounds like a great movie.
That and like Working Man, I think it would have dethroned Snow White.
Yeah.
It was already like tragically crashing.
That
with like
movie
some
was-
random fucking Jason Statham movie.
That movie was horrible.
You had to watch it.
You went and watched it?
I took my kids, yeah. It was god awful because they originally started out, they had 7 dwarves, and then Peter Dinklage rode in on his small horse and fucking was
Shetland
like,
pony.
you can't portray short people as dwarves in a movie. That's bad. And then all the other dwarf actors that aren't A-listers are like, bro, There's only like 7 roles a year that require a dwarf, and now there's a movie with fucking 7 of them, and you're fucking over everybody else. So then they're like mad that they weren't dwarves.
From the guy who made his entire living being called a half man on HBO.
Yeah.
He pulled up
Is that
his
seriously what happened?
Yes. Peter Dinklage got his fucking panties in a bunch.
Those dudes probably wanted to play that movie.
Yeah, they did. So they were all pissed off. So
he
then
pulled up the stool after.
Then they're like, okay, well, we're not going to do dwarves.
There's no ladder there.
Pulled up the step stool.
Just a stool.
Oh, God.
The one we used to get to the high one. We just picked it up and walked away with it, dude.
So then they're like, okay, well, we'll just have 7 people. So they basically got like the 7 DEI hires. It was like the most diverse 7 people on the fucking planet that you could possibly imagine. Only one of them was a little person.
Yep.
And then they leaked that that's what they were doing, and everybody got super pissed. And they're like, no, it's Snow White and the 7 dwarves, not Snow White and the 7 random motherfuckers living in the forest. So then they're like,
Snow White and the
fine.
7 the gypsies.
So they're like, we'll CGI the dwarves, which is what they did, which is fine. They CGI'd the dwarves.
I heard they look horrible.
They looked fine, to be fair. Like, that was fine. That part didn't bother me. But then, like, they had apparently already hired the 7 DEI hires to play in the crew, so they couldn't fire them because they were going to get fucking sued because they had apparently already filmed, like, half the fucking movie. So now they just like, well, you guys are a band of thieves. So now it's Snow White, the 7 dwarves, and a band of thieves that were originally the 7 dwarves. So now there's a new band of thieves. So like literally the whole movie, the whole storyline's fucked up because it's like 75% of the movie is introducing you to the 30 fucking characters that are now involved in this movie. And then there's like 10 minutes that the whole poison apple and all the shit. I'm not kidding you. I went up, walked out, took a piss, came back in. Everything regarding a poison apple had already happened, and the movie was over.
Thank
right
God.
after they introduced all the characters.
Wait, the poison apple just happens at the end of this.
Yeah, no, the whole movie is like 75% introducing all the characters, and then the whole storyline and conclusion wraps up in like 20 minutes.
It's
really weird.
The thing that shocked me when I saw the clip start to circulate online, like on Twitter and shit, is the screenshot that everybody uses of she's doing the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street, all that shit. I thought that was a Photoshop. I thought that they were purposely making her look retarded.
Nope.
That's a genuine screenshot from the movie.
Knife, the sword when it's pointed at. I don't know who has the sword, but the sword at her. And the
huntsman or whatever.
Yeah, and she's like,
Nick, have you seen that? The lady doing like acting like she's her. Jamie, bring it up.
You like that is a real, actual screenshot of the movie.
I don't think I'll ever watch that movie.
Yeah,
It's something.
you want to talk about Minecraft a little bit?
I haven't seen it yet. Is it good?
I haven't seen it yet either. I thought we should all go see it together.
I saw the one viral clip where when somebody touches the creeper and it starts blinking orange, the one dude yells Allah Akbar really loud in the movie theater and everybody laughs. I saw that part. That's about it.
Oh, what? What episode?
It's Allahu Akbar!
It's like the creeper starts blinking orange, it's about to blow up, and somebody just screams out at the top of their lungs. Everyone,
They've had to shut down movie theaters this week because when they drop the tiny zombie on top of the chicken, like people just go crazy in the theaters.
throw their popcorn
start throwing
shit.
popcorn, start throwing water bottles at the screen.
Some poor fucking minimum wage employees because people can't behave in public.
I don't know.
It's
I've
just-
talked to a couple people that work at movie theaters.
A chicken?
They love that job.
So in the
Well, I just mean like having to clean all the shit out.
The amount of they love it because he's like, dude, the amount of fucking iPods and shit that I have for free just falling out of people's pockets. They keep them.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
But no. There's just been this big thing going on this week. People going to see the new Minecraft movie, and as soon as Jason Momoa shows up in the ring, and there's a chicken, and a little baby zombie drops down on the chicken, everyone just goes crazy and starts throwing popcorn.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah, the chicken jockey, and it's been a big thing like across the United States where people go crazy and just go absolutely
I
nuts,
couldn't
ruining
tell if
movie
it's
theaters.
a bit.
If it was now, it's caught on. So now it's just everything.
It's
is-
called on like hell. And like Jack Black came out earlier, I think it was today or yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, I love it." Because people are just going nuts over it. And it's like people aren't watching it because it's a good movie. People are watching it because it's such a meme that it's such a bad fucking movie.
So I'm not sure I would get any of the jokes. I've never played Minecraft. So I don't know if
I don't know that there's jokes from Steve, and you dig and you build shit. Pretty basic.
Oh, we're f***ing old, dude.
Because you played Minecraft, I think.
Yeah,
right?
dude. I played Minecraft when John was 2 years old on my lap. I used to play
God damn.
Minecraft beta.
Oh, I guarantee. Have you played Minecraft at all? Both of y'all. It is super hard to be like, oh, this will be fun. And then you start mining, and then you find unexplored caves, and then you start building in those unexplored caves, and then you start looking for diamonds. It gets out of hand real fast.
Did you see the, because who's it's Notch, I think?
Yep, creator.
Was the creator of Minecraft. What did they say? What was that tweet that somebody said?
About which part?
Where they were accusing him of a bunch of shit. And like, forgive me if this is not a verbatim tweet, because this is, a conversation I had 2 weeks ago, but somebody was accusing him of a bunch of shit. He's like, oh, you mean that racist, homophobic millionaire Notch?
First off, billionaire.
That's what he literally, he tweeted, he's like, billionaire.
I love that.
It's fucking great.
Dude, once he sold that, he sold it for like 3.2, 3.8
Yeah, because as the story
billion
goes, he built it in a weekend for a contest or something,
Yep.
a Java contest.
Yep.
And then he sold it for how much to?
3.2 or 3.8 billion dollars to Microsoft. And when he built it, you had 2009, 2010 came out for alpha. It was Dwarf, if I remember right. And then it was Minecraft, and you'd had to buy it through his PayPal account, because I bought it through PayPal. This is fucking
Oh, same dude. Back in the day.
yeah. And then I remember he posted on our message board in the Minecraft ones that he got flagged. PayPal like locked his account because they thought he was laundering money, because he was pulling out like $180,000 a day because the game just blew up. And he was like,
Here you go. I found it. It was somebody was quoting something of Notch, and somebody replied, Notch is a racist, anti-Semite millionaire. His input doesn't mean anything. He just goes, asterisk, billionaire.
he's living his best life. You watch him on, they had him on some talk shows, and they're like, so what is it now? He's like, oh, just hang out. I'm just rich now. Don't have to worry about anything.
I talk to him on Twitter sometimes. He replies to some of my
Really?
shit. Yeah, he's pretty base dude. He just made his Microsoft bought Minecraft for $2.5 billion in 2014. He's just living his best life now.
And he still has residuals.
Yeah, and he's still like, I think he's just talking about making a new game here soon. He's just chilling and tweeting and like living his best life.
He sold Minecraft, but still gets residuals.
He does. Let's see how it worked. How much does Notch make from Minecraft? Hey, Brandon.
Yes, Eli?
When you think of businesses that are just crushing it, bunker, unsub, what's the first thing to enter your mind?
That's easy, Eli. A good child labor law attorney. Huh? Eli, I said Shopify. What did you hear?
Actually, it was the overlooked secret behind the business.
Like I said, Shopify.
Oh. Which brings us to today's ad.
Shopify. I mean, we use Shopify on a daily basis.
That's right. We use Shopify for Bunker Brandon and Unsub. Those magical shoes we have where they're linked through Shopify to the mythical store Bunker Branding. And because of Shopify, they communicate.
It's like your mom and your dad on their anniversary night. Not yours.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify.
They are home of the #1 checkout on the planet.
With ShopPay, which boosts your conversion up to 50%.
50%. Just like the age of all of our factory workers are 50% the age they need to be legally employed in the United States.
Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we get over at Unsubscribe or Bunker.
Sign up for your $1 per month trial period over at shopify.com/unsubpod.
Head over to shopify.com/unsubpod to upgrade your selling today.
Shopify.com/unsubpod.
All lowercase.
Like, I know it's kind of the meme at this point, but if they release Minecraft 2, it's game over for the highest grossing game of all time.
The sale made him a billionaire. Additional Notch earns, like, in 2012 from Minecraft sales, he made $101 million.
God.
Yeah. Because Minecraft made Microsoft all fuck ton. So even if he was like, give me like 1 to 5% and then do whatever the fuck you want with the rest of it, he's quite fine. And to have that overnight success, because again, it was overnight. PayPal, he didn't know what to do. PayPal locked his account. Hey, I'm talking to PayPal. They thought I was laundering money, so it's locked, so I can't sell the game right now. Sorry. Got it figured out. Got a banking account set up that can handle it, and then had to transfer everything. But it was just chaos because, again, $180,000 a day or something like that. And he's like, and that was overnight because free game. Then he was like, I'll just charge $10 for it. And
That's life-changing money for most people.
every day.
Every day. That's fucking wild.
What do you do with that?
Whatever you want.
Apparently become an anti-Semite on the internet.
And I don't know how much they bought. He's doing quite fine for himself. Nick, what videos do you have in the works for any history shit coming up?
I'm working on John Paul Jones.
Big fan of him as Darth Vader.
No, it's the father of America's Navy. So it's basically the Scottish guy that was a merchant marine and then killed one of his crewmen because they tried to have a mutiny. And then he knew he wasn't going to get a fair trial, so he fled to America. And then that was like right when the revolution was kicking off. So he's like, and I'll volunteer for the Continental Navy. And he does. And he ends up being present when they attack a new province, which is basically the Bahamas. And they launch this guerrilla raid to like seize a bunch of gunpowder and shit. And then he does really good. So they end up giving him a ship and basically just give him the orders of like, hey, go fuck with the British. So he sails across the ocean and launches raids on England. And he's like the first person to like make an attack on mainland England, like 700 fucking years since the Vikings did it. And it's just a fucking shit show of a story. Like,
wait, when they were trying to go after America, and he's like, "Fuck this, I'm gonna."
yeah, well, and that's why it was a brilliant strategy. Because it's like
no one's gonna expect that.
He's back there. They're undefended, so he's terrorizing England. So they're having to send back like a huge portion of their navy to go patrol to make the citizenry feel safe. So it just this massively disproportionate effect of like he just took out fucking 2 fleets from the British Navy that are no longer allowed to like interrupt America's business and like patrol their coasts and shit because they have to now go back and guard their home turf.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah, you're going in. It's like you're bat gating,
And he was like the whole time he was like
up cities.
Straight up guerrilla warfare mindset. He's like, all right, we're gonna go in, and this is where this fucking town stores all the coal for the entire region. We're gonna go in there and burn down all their coal reserves. It was like the shit he was planning. He's like, we'll see how much they care about owning the new colonies when they're cold all winter. Like, dude was legit as fuck.
Which is also like, just imagine just on the logistics alone, back in the late 1700s, having to take all of those ships and manpower and everything to the Americas and then immediately send them back.
And what were you waiting for? Message?
Yeah.
Of hey, we're getting fucked up over here. Someone went behind us and is now attacking our cities.
How many hundreds of dudes and how many months of time did you just burn, and ships?
It's like 2 months to
Well,
travel.
he's like, his whole thing was like he had Marines. So, because it was right when the Marine Corps got started at a Ton Tavern, and like he exploited the fuck out of having Marines. So like his ships, America couldn't build a big warship. Like they didn't have it. So like the USS Ranger was like 18 guns, which wouldn't. Like a big ship back then was like 42, 50 gun ship.
The double
he's got like 18. So he's just got this little fast ship with Marines, but he just fucking covered the deck in those little swivel guns, the little tiny cannons and fucking muskets. And he's like, all right, here's the fucking plan, boys. We're just going to gun it and fucking crash into them. And as soon as we crash, fucking tie our ship to theirs and we're going to go fuck them up. And like he caught the USS, or not the USS, the HMS Serapis, which is like an actual British warship. It's like the only time somebody had ever fucking commandeered a British warship that should have outclassed him. He's like, nah, fuck you. Pulls up next to him, ties his boat to his, and the Marines just go out there and beat the fuck out of everybody. His ship sank. That wasn't the Ranger. That was the Bomb Richard was his ship at the time. His ship ends up sinking because the British are just fucking blowing holes in it. But all the Marines are on their ship, so they just fucking took their fucking ship.
The Bomb Richard or the Bomb Richard?
Bomb Richard. It's the French version of Bottom Richard, which was Ben Franklin's pen name during the Revolutionary Warfare bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, poor
Okay.
Richard was what he like wrote his alias or whatever that he wrote his names under. So that's what the ship was named after. So that ship sinks, but they took over the HMS Serapis, and he basically had to go and dock it inside of a Dutch port, which was neutral territory. So the British had all these warships just waiting outside the Dutch harbor for him to come out. And he's like, I'm not fucking leaving. And then finally they were putting like political pressure. So the Dutch were like telling him to fuck off. So he ends up like sneaking out in the middle of the night, and they wanted him to fly a French flag. They like came up with a legal reason that he would be able to fly a French flag, meaning the British weren't going to be able to attack him.
Oh.
And he's like, no, this is an American ship. Fuck y'all. So he lost his flag when his ship sank. So he like just has like the description from like Benjamin Franklin and some letters and shit of the
I've seen
American
that.
flag.
Yeah.
This is where the Serapis flag comes from, is what it's called after the ship, the Serapis. He goes to some Dutch seamstress and she just like throws together what she can from the like shitty description of the current American flag. And he fucking slaps that bitch on the ship and sails out in the middle of the night and makes his getaway.
Why does it sound like some shit we would do? Hey guys, here's a ship. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put guns, little guns on the side of it. And we're going to crash into them.
That's the flag that she came up with. That's the only time it's ever like been like legitimately flown in U.S. history was
As a gangster
some
flag,
Dutch
though.
seamstress.
We need to start using that for cool stuff. I love that fucking flag design.
I'm still stuck on the fact like that's a very cool story. I haven't heard that in a while. Like I just got like flashbacks to fucking high school history. But I'm still stuck on Benjamin Franklin's pen name was Poor Richard.
Yeah.
Imagine all of your diplomacy for a budding country in the middle of a war.
Well, I think
All the correspondence is being done by a guy under the pen name Broke Dick.
Well, I think it was like secret letters.
Sincerely, broke dick.
But like there's just some funny shit that happens because like back in the day, so like when the Continental Navy was getting started, they're trying to start a navy, but like they also don't really want a navy because they don't want to be a global power. They just want people to leave them the fuck alone. So like a lot of people in government
the turntables.
Right. Well, he's the reason that we became a like big naval power. So they're not really paying Navy dudes shit, but they're also issuing letters of marque, which basically means like any fucking dude that has enough money to buy a boat is legally allowed by the U.S. government to go out and seize British shit and just keep the spoils.
Is it letters of marque or marquee?
I think it's just letters of marque.
Marque?
Marque
Okay,
might
I'm not
just be
sure.
short for marquee.
I genuinely don't know. That's
No, I don't
why I'm
know.
asking.
Either way, they're issuing that. So like that basically makes you a corsair. You're basically a pirate, but you're state
Exactly.
sanctioned.
They're just telling
Yeah.
rednecks, go be pirates.
Exactly. So like
yeah.
everybody's going to do that. So like a lot of the Navy dudes that are signing up for them, like every time they get the opportunity to like do some real shit that would do damage, they just would kind of want to like go plunder shit. And he's like trying to be a professional about it. So he launches this raid on Whitehaven and he wants to go like burn down all the ships in the harbor. And he like sends out his group, and his group goes and does what they're supposed to. And the two other groups go and just break into a bar and get shit faced. And then like, he's like, well, fuck, we got to do something. So he's like, okay, we're going to sail up to Scotland. And there's this Earl, you know, like some high ranking aristocrat, and Earl, we're going to fucking go kidnap him and then trade him for a bunch of American sailors. They show up to his house. He's not there. So all of his sailors, like the Marines are the only ones that have his back. Like the Marines are like, no, you're not fucking touching the captain. The sailors are like, they're ready to launch mutiny and be fucking pirates the entire time. And so the Earl's not there, and they're like, let's start sexually assaulting people and stealing everything. And he's like, no, no.
We're not actually pirates.
That is not what I said.
So he's
Why
like,
are you wearing the rape hat?
he's what's that sword you guys carry called?
I don't know. It doesn't have a name yet.
Just doing
I
some,
wonder what they'll call it after this week.
just doing some pillaging.
So he's like stuck in this situation where like the Marines got his back, but his crew wants to do this, and he's like, all right, just fuck it, we're gonna go steal their silver set. And he like goes and he steals this Earl's like silver set, which is like, you know, big fucking deal, whatever, I guess. So he steals this Earl's silver set, And then he like immediately starts writing the Earl's wife and is like, Madame, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'll personally buy it at auction and return it to you. I'm literally trying to fuck this chick. And I know he's trying to fuck her because he makes copies of the letter and forwards copies to Ben Franklin, which is like the ultimate womanizer of the founding fathers.
It's like hey, bro, check this out.
Literally. The 1700s equivalent of sending screenshots of spinning game is what this was.
She opens up that last letter. It's a dick drawn.
It's like a Thanksgiving turkey hand.
It's just on there.
What's that sword called again?
Or he dipped it in ink and just smashed it on the paper.
Kind of like I do on all my NFA forms. You want my thumbprint? All right.
His right thumbprint's always weird.
It's the bottom thumb.
Bottom thumb.
I hate that. Girl, I'm gonna give you that bottom thumb.
Give him the grand thumb.
Put my bottom thumb in your front butt. Also, my Marines have the what's that sword called?
Oh fuck!
Is it? Oh, story time with Uncle Nick. I can't wait for John to come hang out with you this summer.
Oh God, he's gonna have so much knowledge.
All right, John, I know you're going to bed. I need to tell you a story first. Hey, Dad, John, we're going to talk about the rapier.
John's just like, rapier than who?
John's gonna come.
The other side, obviously.
That guy is literally insane. Just so we're all clear.
What ended up happening? So he wrote to Benjamin Franklin like, "Yo, about to smash the
Like
bush."
CC'd it to fucking
Yeah.
Benjamin
like,
Franklin.
legit. So he ends up like it's like fucking 10 years later. He ends up getting the plate back to her, but so that goes on, and the whole time he's like out there, literally just kicking ass. Like the dude's a fucking one-man army with his ship, and he ends up getting dicked around because the British military, like, to be an officer, it wasn't like about ability. It was like you're from the right family. You know what I mean? And the Americans started copying the same mentality. So
You can buy commissions to be an
Exactly.
officer.
So he was getting fucked out of every promotion possible, even though he's the only one that's actually good at shit. And then after the Revolutionary War is over, they're like he's still getting dicked out of these promotions, and they're the Russian queen, princess, whatever the fuck you want to call her, Catherine, I think it was. She
Catherine the Great.
she has a war going on with the Ottoman Empire, and she's hiring naval officers from anybody that has experienced Navy. So he ends up basically getting the okay from Thomas Jefferson to go over and be a naval officer for Catherine the Great fighting the Ottomans.
Oh, shit.
And well, he gets over there, and guess what other country is sending over a bunch of officers? The fucking British. And the British fucking hate him because he made him look bad.
He
Yeah.
killed a lot of them.
He made him look stupid.
like shit. So they end up like staging this whole thing where he allegedly, assaulted a 12-year-old girl, which almost every historian is like, this is completely fabricated just to get him kicked out. So he ends up getting basically ostracized because of that, moves back to Paris, lives there the rest of his life, passes away, and he's like in some unmarked grave forever. And then Teddy Roosevelt becomes president and gets a hold of the French, and the French really liked him. And the French end up finding his grave, and they exhume him, and they bring him back to America, and now he's got a tomb at Annapolis.
That's
As
based
the
on
father,
rad.
the father of the U.S. Navy.
Fuck yeah.
And he started off being a fucking pirate.
Dude, he's got
Just messing up
when he-
everyone in unconventional warfare.
Privateering is a
when he
wild.
pulled up to the USS Serapis, they were just hammering his ship, and they basically asked him if he was ready to surrender. And he responded, "I've not yet begun to fight," and then sends the fucking Marines in and makes them surrender. Captures their whole ship. It's fucking awesome.
It's such a wild time in how war, communication, everything worked, because you're just going based off of what your bosses said that they said.
I got a
their bosses
letter
said.
from a fucking pigeon.
Yeah.
And then you're like, we're getting on the thing, and we're going to go on that boat, kill everyone, and then take it, and then we'll go get drunk afterwards. We'll go grab a bar. Like, imagine showing up to Unsub. It's like, okay, we got to rob some silverware. Nick's like, I want to grape some people. I'm like, well, hold on.
So it's unsub.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like,
Nick, let the guys go.
well, imagine like sailing down to Florida and telling all the rednecks with boats, take your guns and take as many of their ships as you can. And they're all like, hell yeah. That's wild, dude.
Which is funny because like that's what drives me fucking crazy when you have people like Biden and shit like that. It's like, listen, Jack, the kids touch my arm hair or my leg hair in the pool, like that shit. He's like, you can't own a cannon. Like, you have, in no point in American history have you ever not been able to own a cannon, for one. That's just absolutely a fabrication. You've always been, I own a cannon. There are less regulations on buying a cannon than a Glock.
You can just, can you just build a cannon?
Yeah,
you can
dude.
buy one.
Oh.
You can buy one. If you can afford a cannon, you can buy a cannon.
Tally ho, lads.
Just over the counter?
Are we doing ice?
Over the cannon?
There is no background check, nothing, because it's a black powder. It's non-firing.
yeah.
It's like
So-
that green text.
Yeah, tally ho.
Tally ho, lads.
But on top of that, there are periods in American history where the American government at the time just says, fuck, we don't have enough guns. Hey, if any of you citizens have a ship that has cannons on it, we could really use it about now if you want to go fucking kill some people.
Yeah, it's legal now. You can do these things.
As long as they've got that flag, you can go fuck them up.
The funny part is like just the British perspective of what that had to be like, that the colonies were launching raids on mainland England. I mean, it'd literally be the equivalent of like if in 2012 the Taliban rolled up to Manhattan with a battleship. What the f is happening right now?
The Uno reverse card.
Where's our Navy?
Dude, it'd be fucking wild. You're out there, you're like, what the fuck is going on right now?
That'd be
Even
the
as a
perfect
citizen.
That'd be the perfect place to raid because they don't have guns. Hey.
You just showing up.
You would have Harlem fighting
I
back
have-
with
I've
their
had-
illegal fucking guns.
I've had this skit.
No one wants to occupy Harlem.
I've had a skit in my head forever. Ever since I watched the remake of Red Dawn. And I
Yeah.
was like, we could make like a hot shot, like a Charlie Sheen's hot shot, like scary movie parody of Red Dawn, it would be so fucking funny to have like the Chinese invade mainland America and just like, I just want the scene where they're recording the Chinese talking and the Chinese are like, okay, sir, that last section of the country is pretty rough, but the section we're coming up on now has very strict gun laws. Nobody's allowed to own guns. We think it should be a really easy to take over this city. Okay, what's the city? Chicago? It just hard cut to them getting lit up by drive-bys from Impalas and shit. Like
Chocago.
Chirac?
I just want to see the part of that movie that's just our crew fucking up a bunch of Chinese special forces in fucking just guerrilla combat. And it's just us like, I swear to God, I've killed that guy like 3 times today.
The government doesn't want you to know this, but you can just take their nods after you kill them.
Was it Chinese in the new Red Dawn?
Yeah.
Well, so it was supposed
North
to be
Korea.
Chinese. And then all of the financiers for the movie made them airbrush out all the Chinese flags and turn it into North Korea. Because China was financing part of it.
Which also North Korea having the
They don't even have the ability to feed their people.
flying here is a big.
Oh no, we have a friend here.
We have a Quinn.
Hello, Quinn.
You're gonna be on later, beautiful.
Do you want to come say hey real quick?
You can
Oh
go
my
wave.
gosh.
Go wave. Go wave.
Look at this
No,
guy.
in here, right here. There, right in the middle.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
For the future of what's gonna come, or depending on how these
We're gonna
release
come.
people-
Ethan's gonna come.
Yep, that's 100.
Everyone's coming.
Don't come.
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
Chicago. Beautiful. I'm excited for.
We're just talking about if you drop Chinese paratroopers into like the Appalachian Mountains or Texas or somewhere like that, how well it would go.
Who would win? A company of Chinese paratroopers or a high school trap shooting team?
Just have to convince the South not to eat them.
I said that in a bit. I was like, if somebody invades mainland America, the biggest issue is going to be convincing rednecks not to have them taxidermy. It's going to be the biggest ethical issue involved.
The taxidermist can't seem to get the eyes right.
My favorite meme is like the 120-pound Chinese paratrooper versus 250-pound corn-fed Bubba in the mountains.
I love the one where it was
Hey, wait,
like,
I've seen this one.
somebody had a video of 30-06, and they're like, just so we're clear, the average Japanese soldier weighed 116 pounds, and you assholes were running around in the jungle with a gun rated for elk shooting these guys.
Yep.
I never thought about the taxidermy thing and how realistic of a situation that would become if someone invaded.
Well, I know we've talked about it.
That would definitely
Do you know
happen.
how
It would
many
be fighting. Like it would be like fighting in the Pacific Islands where they're taking fucking skulls.
I was just gonna say that.
And like teeth on necklaces and stuff.
We brought that up when I talked about the 77th episode. Do you know how many fucking emails I got from people that were like, hey, my family has one of those skulls. What are we supposed to do with it?
Oh, can I buy
was
one?
like, fucking not tell anybody? I don't know. Bro.
Is there a law against that?
Human remains, there's a weird law with...
Because
You can't take new human remains, if I remember correctly, but if it's a like historical piece, I don't
can
know.
get
There's
grandfathered
some gray
literally,
area there.
your grandfather brought it
So
in.
please forward those emails to me. I kind of want one.
I would love to have one.
Yeah.
We
really
will put
cool.
an unsub skull up there real quick.
Also, I
We would
kinda-
have to like put it in a like the painted like Japanese skulls that like war trophy shit. We'd have to put that in like a case.
Yeah.
I also got an email that somebody got kicked out of a store in Japan for wearing my "It's never a war crime the first time" shirt, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I can see how that would be confusing to wear in Japan."
Well, it wasn't a war crime the second time
The
either.
logo of the Fat Man on it.
Jesus, dude. And we've been talking about going to Japan for a while now. But Eli, you said tattoos are going to be a problem for us over there.
Yeah. Well, dude, it will be super interesting with this group when we go to Japan because it is like the tram system or the subway system. You take that everywhere and then everyone's super quiet. So it's like being respectful of cultures, not eating and walking. So it will be this weird in between us and then $90 or $20 for 90 minutes, all you can drink. So I'm like, oh, and the guys get super shit wrecked.
I gotta hook
and
up.
then we're going to try to keep rules in place.
You know we would be respectful to their culture.
Exactly. It would be fun.
I have a hookup so we can go eat with sumo wrestlers,
See, like,
which like nobody gets to do, by the way.
Did you see the Shane Gillis thing with that the other day? Shane Gillis was the like guest referee or announcer thing for an actual like sumo match, and it was the funniest shit.
he has probably no idea, and he's just calling it out.
No, and he like was asked, he's like, hey, how do I say this? Oh, yeah, I don't know how to say that. Like just like trying his best.
Have you
Like
seen?
they're like, Shane, how does it smell down there? He's like, don't do that. Don't disrespect these athletes.
Have you seen the video? It's like it's not even a. I mean, it's a big dude, obviously, but it's not like you think sumo wrestler. You're thinking like 400+ pound dude. It was like dude was probably like 260, 300. He was a big boy, but they had like the best D end or D tackle in the NFL. One of them.
Oh, yeah.
And he like full on like 3 foot gap football stance comes up full like foot fire trying to move this dude, and this dude is just planted in the ground holding him laughing while this dude is just giving everything he can to try to move this dude. Doesn't move a fucking inch.
Oh, those dudes are monsters, man.
Crazy.
Their thighs are fucking that big around.
I would love to go watch one of those.
Calvin went. He just got back from Japan. Calvin, my the dude that works for me, the other coach at my jiu-jitsu gym, and we have a student that grew up in Japan, and his uncle was a teacher forever. And I guess his uncle's student grew up to be the head monk of one of the temple for like one of the biggest sumo teams. Because all the sumo
They have monks.
all Buddhist monks. So all the
That's where that.
all the sumo wrestlers.
I didn't know those things were.
Big boat, little boat. You still have monks, Buddhist monks. So that's where you get the orange garb is Chinese culture. I think Japan is little boat ideology of Buddhism. So they just have different mindsets on how Buddhism
Or like-
work.
Or I thought Japan was more like Taoist.
They have a mixture. So any of the you have Taoism, or is it Taoism? Something else. They might be now. Back in the day, it was Buddhism. Christianity started taking in.
I've got a very
14
like mile high
1600.
view of this. I don't really like know the details of the culture.
And then they ripped out Christianity. I think Nobunaga, I forget which dude ran in. He's like, no, get rid of this. We'll just go Buddhism. And then the other one is fuck. No, I need it.
Anyways,
What-
basically
what
all
do
the
you
all the
see?
sumo wrestlers, like they're not like professional athletes that make a bunch of money. They're literally like, they go to a Buddhist temple, I guess. This is what he told me. I haven't checked this, but like his understanding was basically they show up to a Buddhist temple, like, I want to be a sumo wrestler, and the Buddhist temple takes them in, and they don't get paid, they don't get anything, they just get to eat and sleep and train for free, and they just do that their whole fucking lives. So he got to go stay in this Buddhist temple with the sumo team, and he's like, Calvin is like 155 pounds. Like, he's not a big dude, and he's like, they were like scared of me. They live in a Buddhist temple. They ever seen a white guy covered in tattoos? Like, and so they're just like on edge around him the whole time, and he's like, dude, you're 3 times my size. You could just spike me off the ground and I'd be dead. But he said it was super
Spike
cool.
you into the end zone.
He said they were all like super nice.
You said Shintoism?
Shintoism.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. That's what I was like, what is it? There is another one. Shinto belief. Dude, have you watched that one? I don't know where he's from. He's a white dude that is
Tom Cruise, Last Samurai.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, yeah.
But he's a
I'm going to watch
dude,
that when I get home.
smaller compared to other sumo wrestlers, but he is almost
the Czech guy.
Yeah, that's almost a Yokozuna level, or he is. But this dude, against like 300, 400 pound guys, you've seen him truck them like it's nothing. This dude's 220. He's a small sumo wrestler. Terrifying. He hucks these 400 pound dudes.
You say he's a white guy, or?
Yeah, he's like Czech, I think. He's crazy good.
If you pull it, dude.
Just wait till the Russian Muslims get into that sport.
Yeah, right.
Dagestan.
Bunch of fucking Chechens get involved.
What was it, Nick? 3 years he forgets.
Yeah, Zin, 2 or 3 years, forget.
2 3 years to Dagestan.
Forget.
We just fight now. This is what we do. Cody, what do you got in the works on your stuff?
Oh God, has anyone been shot lately?
Yes.
No, dude. All I want to do is build businesses with Unsub and you guys, and hang out with y'all.
You're like, I'm over video.
Yeah, well, I mean, someone gets shot, I do the video. I want to do other things. I want to hang out with my boys. I'm getting old, man. I've been doing this YouTube channel for 10 years now.
Don't you fucking demo on me.
I'm not demoing on you, dude. I wish I had a resort property to sell, but, you know, I don't.
Cody's like, I don't have a resort.
Brandon wakes up with pink eye because that was in a hooker's butt.
Don't talk about what we did last night.
Why you gotta cast that evil on me? You're probably right at some point.
Yeah, wake up with Chris at their wedding tomorrow. Just like,
Oh, God, now you got me fucking overthinking about it. Because like, apparently American money is like super dirty.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not just American money. I'm sure it's every money. but
We've been to Vegas before, buddy. We know how dirty it is.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't know. I think we're all just doing our own thing and then trying to build businesses together and having a good time. We got a lot of good podcasts started lately. What are you working on, Mr. Bela?
Mr. Beli's got a thing.
we got. Oh yeah, we do. Well, I like this month's focus for us is the autism awareness, and we have.
That wasn't the thing.
I know, but that's the one I like. I hate my own.
God,
shit.
could you stop talking about autistic people?
I know.
I had a horrible
we do
idea
have a
about
great
that.
thing going on this month.
Yes, this is all, and we're adding a special needs a nonprofit once we find one. Just shopping for which ones actually do the right thing and not just blow everything on.
Yeah,
Marketing.
administrative
Yeah.
fees and marketing and all the people. Like, we want to make sure that, like, I know, at least speaking from my perspective, like we try to run this like a business and make sure that like we're spending this money as if it's our money. Where we want to make sure that it's the money you spend on the shirts actually goes to a good cause, not just saying it does, but a place that like the money actually goes toward what they say it does. Because most charities are full of shit.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, dude. When you look at the word nonprofit, like, and you're like, oh, they're nice. It's like, oh, okay, nonprofit.
The NFL's a nonprofit, just so we're clear.
Yeah, just throwing that out there.
The entity doesn't make a profit, but everyone on the fucking board of
It
directors
makes $1 million plus dollars a year, yeah.
It's
all on
terrifying.
donated money.
So if you guys do
Fucking
like
crazy.
help us out, like buy shirts, help with the autism community, we shop around and we find the best charities to put that forward to.
We're gonna raise so much money that we're gonna find out everything about autism that we could find out, and then nobody's gonna like us anymore.
Rich, could you come tell us what you think about autism real quick? Oh, look, a new person.
Rich uses kill minorities.
Just what this podcast needed. Another hairy white guy in a tank top. Welcome to the club.
just want to show you that you're not the only one that can
Very
pull this
warm.
off. I've been outside. Autism is my favorite type of retard because Eli has been able. What? Oh, they're supposed to be my least favorite. You guys aren't fair.
Also, how does that little make the action figures work show? Did you just type in? What do you ask it?
If you say a specific person, or do you have to describe the person?
Yeah, you have to describe it.
Okay, got it. Because I'm like, for me, it was like, man, that's actually alarmingly close. It just whitewashed me.
I know.
Did you put?
I just look like a white guy named Daniel.
What's he dressed like? Like Cody. And then for Cody, it's like, what's he dressed like? Like Brandon.
All right, Jamie, pull that up right now. Show him the thing.
I was actually cracking up. Yours is great.
Mine.
You're a fucking gorilla. You look like a Minecraft character.
It's a refrigerator with arms.
Yeah. Corn. And then corn, bush light.
Bush light. A rubber duck.
I was like, oh, this is great. And I hate communism super big
You
across
got
the
me.
chest.
That one of the last podcasts that went up, they're like, damn, Cody's hammered. You can tell because he's talking on his own podcast.
It's the cocaine.
No, you could. I would be terrified to see you on cocaine. Actually,
Yeah, that's the one drug I've never done before.
I think there's multiple
I've
you
never
haven't
done
done.
heroin.
I was like,
Yeah,
there's
like-
probably multiple.
there's lots of drugs I'm sure you've never done.
crocodile.
Crocodile.
Yeah, dude. I want my skin to rot in my body.
That's some shit only the Russians could have come up with. Crocodile shit.
What if we made a liquid version of the gulag that you could just inject into your veins?
Crocodile.
Make with red match head.
Are you? What was the fucking Russian dude with the big arms? He was injecting what into his
It
arms?
was just oil.
Fentanyl.
like-
Not
Synthol. It's some kind. It's just some oil that sticks
Fentanyl, right?
inside the
Synthol?
muscle fascia.
And he became like a quasi celebrity over there because his arms were so big. But
Synthol.
yeah, it's just because he was injecting nasty shit into him.
That's another one. Which there's the kid you're talking about.
Yeah.
that kid.
And dude, you
He
see
looks
his
like the
MMA
fucking.
fight?
He looks like the dude from Umbrella Academy.
Yep.
It
the main guy, yeah.
giant, the big fucking arms.
Did you see his MMA fight?
He did
No.
an MMA fight.
Oh yeah.
Let me guess.
How'd that go,
he
Eli?
can't fight.
Weird. Synthol not working out doesn't equate to fighting. Period. He got his fucking ass beat. Any of those dudes just gonna get
Dude,
their
if
ass
I was his
beat.
opponent, I would just punch him in his fucking arms.
Pop it. Yeah, just like pop his bicep.
Goes into toxic
Gross,
shock.
dude.
I just
I'll
like
kill
that's
you
what
in the
they're like.
long
They
run.
go like that, and they're like, I think that's good.
Oh yeah, there's the Indian guy too. Oh,
That looks like a Chat GPT thing of someone who like a computer that doesn't understand what a person looks like.
yeah. When I grow up, I want to be a cloud, Mom. Gross.
I don't want to put in the work, but I want to look a certain way. That's fucking wild.
That was a bizarre catch.
I'm sure he gets all the bitches.
Yeah, I'm sure he's slaying it. And then we have what else is in the we got let's say hi to Eli. Got that finally launched, and y'all beautiful souls. I still have to do your interview, and yours is after Cody's. Cody's is yours was fucking great too. I love
You almost made me cry on yours.
What did he say? What did he say? Give me a second.
No, is that please hold.
Yep.
Because I never see Nick show emotion ever. And so that I was like, oh damn, that means a lot coming from Nick.
The corn-eating gorilla showed emotion.
No, it's a lie. Never happened.
I say that as I throw my son to you for several weeks this summer.
Fine. He's gonna do great.
Like, John, you know what your dad said to me? Just slapping him around.
I'm gonna show him my drop down and draw your gun technique so we can use it on Rich when Rich attacks him with a knife.
Lay on your back. They probably have no idea what we're talking about on that one.
I have no clue. He's a cop. Look as white as possible.
Skin change tones.
No, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Knife, go.
Me and PewView did a video about the 21-foot rule with the knife, and I was like, I bet I could get shots off in 10 feet, and I did. And what I did is, okay, go. I just immediately dropped to my back, and once I was on my back, I had my feet in between me and the guy with the knife. I drew my gun and shot off my back like 10 rounds, and just mag dumped the guy, and Some people on the internet think it would work, and some people think that I'm an idiot.
Yep.
So
What Rich doesn't think it would work?
Rich doesn't think it would work. He said I should run away in a zigzag formation, yelling serpentine while I try to draw my gun.
As he's holding bad bitch. That was the best argument.
I will say,
I agree. I was like,
the one comment that annoyed me on that short, because the short went like not super viral, but the short got thousands of comments when we were talking about it. And somebody was like, wow, I can't believe the Fat Electrician is trying to argue combatives with Rich, a trained cop that probably has way more experience than him. And I was like, Rich, well, maybe. But like, I don't think that most people have a grasp on how little combatives training the average law enforcement officer gets.
Like female cops.
Just period. Like, it's...
It's like, what do I call her? It starts with a B. Well, trash. What? You were just waiting to say that. How much combatives training does the average cop do, Cody?
Did you see the?
It's trash, dude. It's so bad.
shrimp.
Did you see the video that just came out recently of the 3 British women cops trying to arrest a man, and he's just like, no.
He just said no.
Literally, basically just said no.
Was he calm the whole time?
He's just standing up, and they can't do anything.
They're like trying to pull him to the ground, and it literally looked like my 2-year-old, my 4-year-old, like hanging on my legs.
Like you're
when
playing with your kids.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It was not good. It wasn't good at all.
Some of those videos from like the UK like blow my fucking mind.
Where
like
people are getting arrested for social media posts and shit.
Well, those too, but like I just the A, it's like a little bit of normalcy bias, but B, just like the people who are incapable of performing violence of any kind. There was a video I was watching. It was like somebody getting like stabbed. Like it was an older lady, I think, getting stabbed on the ground. There's a guy on top of her, just stabbing the shit out of her. And there's like 8 dudes around her, like, oh. And one dude eventually picks up like this light tin trash can and like throws it at the guy. Does absolutely nothing, and he's just sitting there like going to town. And none of these quote unquote men can do jack shit about it.
Jesus,
like
you got a license for that knife?
I don't think he's got a license. You got a stabbing license? Like,
well, they have to call the cops with the guns too in that situation.
Yeah, because the majority don't carry guns.
No,
right?
Can't.
Wait, the police can't unless you're like
no,
specific.
the cops do.
Yeah, the cops.
there are
normal
certified
citizens
officers
can't.
with firearms. And
Most
you have
cops
to,
don't.
Yeah, you have to call the cops with guns to come help you in situations.
Show
like that.
what would you say
A cop
in
with a gun is like SWAT to them.
Straight up in Ireland? How would you say that? What would you say the ratio is of cops who carry guns versus cops who don't?
I mean, the only cops who carry guns are like special task forces kind of thing.
You got to call them in. It's just like it's like in the U.S. if you call a SWAT team in, like Brandon was saying, you got to call the cops with the guns in.
I wish that happened in America just to see how bad it would get. You're showing up with no guns, like, fuck, dude. It's like, oh, this is why they carry firearms. Got it.
How did a third of the planet get conquered by those fucking people?
Well, that was back before most of the planet had access to gunpowder. Turns out us.
Took over a third of the planet to get spices. Didn't put any of them on your food. What the fuck is going on?
Turns out that starving yourself in protest doesn't stop a musket.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of people over there, even if they have knives, like a chef has a chef blade, an 8-inch blade, you got to like register it and go through a whole process just to have shit like that.
I don't know if
Those are, like, did you see the legal knives that they created with the
block on the end?
Yeah,
I think you were telling me about
round
this.
tip knives. Have you seen those?
No.
So you can't stab. Still cut, but no stabbies. There's a whole thing.
Still stabbies, no stabbies.
It's
God,
like
I
a
hate everything.
round, square knife, square British.
Dude, give me a honing stone and a screwdriver. Like it's.
Well, it's like California with their like not being able to put your thumb behind the pistol. You know, the
Just
pistol
read that.
grip.
I could stab somebody with that.
Yeah, I could stab like he was
Because
saying.
it's still
Just
sharp too. You know,
Come on, dude,
like
just rub it against a fucking rock for a minute. You can stab someone with it.
that's what's wild. Is
Are they allowed to own lawnmower blades?
Well,
there's like a machete. They have those weird ass fucking rules.
the zombie knife rule, which is hilarious.
What are their knife rules? I've actually never looked at.
Meanwhile, our British following, what little we have, is fucking having an aneurysm right now. Most of you guys probably agree with us.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. If you're over in that part of the world, let us know about the laws over there in the comments. We would really be
You guys
interested
seen
to
this
see that.
shit?
Also, we're sorry.
This is a German SWAT wearing fucking chainmail.
I think we were
Holy
talking about that
shit.
the other day.
German SWAT wearing chainmail because that's what they run into.
Hey, the
Zombie
last time-
resisting.
I'd be so pissed.
We're going back in time,
The
dude.
last time people in Europe were wearing chainmail, who were they fighting again? Are those people in Germany right now?
Hey, don't look at me. Look that way.
Is that a Jerusalem cross?
They have
God wills it.
dude. Sorry, wearing a plate carrier while wearing chainmail, I would be fucking pissed.
That's hot as shit.
Yeah. Also, they have an unlocking folding knife with a blade up to 3 inches can be carried without valid reason. However, anything else, flick knife, butter knife, kitchen knife,
Some would say that 3 inches is too much.
or just enough.
The big
It's how
knife.
you use
It's
the
huge.
knife.
What is it? At least we don't have school shootings every day.
Well, at least our schools ain't a fucking shooting gallery.
Sorry, I'm just reading.
But your
It's
SWAT
fucking
team wears
wild.
chainmail.
Twitter I go.
That's your tweet.
At least my wife didn't get attacked with acid for showing her ankles.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I love my group of friends. When are we going to watch Lord of the Rings?
Are we doing that?
Name a time.
Are we going to rent out a theater to
Yes.
do it?
I think we should.
We're doing the whole marathon.
100%.
Everyone. Okay, 12 hours long.
We're just going to commit to the bill.
Oh, yeah, let's
They
do
got
it.
a bar in that movie theater. What are we worried about?
I'm down.
Think I want DoorDash food there? Let's go.
Is this an us thing, or are we inviting people out to come with us?
I have no idea. It would be recorded. It's also, I have no idea.
The gang does, and then whoever we feel like inviting.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that one scene where he kicks the helmet, I don't know if you guys...
The vein popping out.
You got to remember that part.
Was it? Were you here when I talked about who they wanted to play Aragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that was our last gang episode.
Okay.
They tried to replace Viggo Mortensen with
No,
someone?
the first pick
Russell
Yeah,
was
Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
No shit.
Yeah, they wanted Russell Crowe to do it. They offered him like 10% of the money of the franchise, and he turned it down. And he's like, "That was a mistake."
Because it was like the Alec Guinness thing,
Yep.
where like to play Obi-Wan, they would have given him like something very similar, or like all the like some percentage of the merch rights of Star Wars.
Yep. Just like, and then you had, was that Matt Damon for
Avatar.
Avatar? And that James Cameron was like, I'll give you, I think it was 10% owner, 5% or 10% of all gross if you just play the part. And James Cameron also said, he's like, I don't need you, by the way. This is going to be massive with or without you, but I would like you to be involved. This is the main. So I'll give you that. And he couldn't because he was filming the Bourne series, and they were doing reshoots. He's like, I'm sorry, I cannot. So he's like, I'm probably the person who lost the most money, period.
And that was
And
Avatar
that's all
and like
Avatar.
all of the Avatar.
Bro,
movies.
Avatar, guess Avatar gross right now.
$6.5 billion. Right? No, 3.8 or $4.2 billion globally.
So the first
You
one,
just gave like 5 numbers.
Sorry,
Okay.
4.2.
the first one was 2.9 billion just for the first one. I don't know the second one. I just looked up the first one, but god damn, he turned that down.
He was bored.
Oh.
Imagine that now, in 10% or 5, any percent of that, that's what he would have made. And it was all the IP. It was the entire IP. That's before.
He would have had enough money to fly to Epstein Island as much as he wanted.
So fine. All the fucking money in the world. Just
That's where we draw the line, really? Making fun of actors?
Nope, I'm good with it. Continue.
I'm good. That's about it.
I think on that note, we can close her out.
We're going to do the thing.
We just do that.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining the Unsubscribed podcast today. I was joined by Eli Doubletap, Fat Electrician, Brandon Herrera, myself, Donut Operator. We love you.